Sure, but you're live.
Oh, we're live?
You sure are.
Hello, and welcome to the Mary Jane Show. Thank you
Hello
for
and
sharing
welcome
your
to
lovely.
Simply Done, the Twitch channel. This is the channel where young America seems to want to go and get their latest Twitch show. And today we have the Mary Jane Show. And here's your host, Mary Jane.
Hello, and welcome to the Mary Jane Show. Thank you for sharing your lovely Saturday afternoon with us. I'd like to welcome the other people here. Big hand for Don Barris
Oh, hey, how are you?
and best moderator in the business. Hello to Omanji.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey there. I did a cool turnaround and like pointed the camera, but there's no camera, so you can't see it. Sorry.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Don, you look very pretty in your strawberry shortcake t-shirt.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy their cartoon? Were you a fan?
No.
Oh my. Well, let's see what we have going on. We have High Five Protege, says Mary Jane Show, yay. Hello, hello.
Sean Morton's here.
Oh, hello, Sean Morton. Hello, hello.
I saw Sean Morton last night. And I said, hey, Sean, why don't we go drive around a little bit? He said, no, no, I can't.
Oh my goodness.
It's like that Cats in the Cradle song
Why is it like the Cats in the Cradle song?
because you're like his stepdad and stuff, and like he was always like wanting to hang out, and now like he's like, "Hey man, can I borrow the keys?"
See you later, Dad. Can I have them, please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then. Who else did that song?
Actually, the first time I heard the song was from Ugly Kid Joe.
Okay. But I
Well,
would say the guy that had a big hit with it and wrote the song was the original guy.
who is?
Was it Mr. Cat Stevens?
It was not Mr. Cat Stevens.
Oh, that wasn't the Cat Stevens did a cover.
No, he did not. It was not
No,
him.
I think it's a cat in the cradle, not the writer named Cat.
Yeah, there's some truth to that.
It wasn't Cat Stevens in a cradle.
Oh, by the
Sean Martin said, I had some running around to do today, but I hung out every night and been so awesome not to rub it into people. Soul Asylum did a cover, didn't they?
no, Ugly Kid Joe, and you were right. But you don't know who did the original Cats in the Cradle? All right, I'll give you a hint. He wrote the song. But that's not a good enough hint for you guys.
Oh, Cat Stevens wrote the father and son song. Okay, that's what I
Yes,
was
he did.
confusing for. I found out who it was, but I don't want to say it if somebody wants
Go
the
ahead.
cats.
Go ahead. Say who it was.
Harry Chapin?
Harry Chapin is right. What was his biggest hit?
Oh, I don't remember.
A song called Taxi.
Oh,
Do you know
they
that
have a.
song?
I don't think so. It's not the theme song to Taxi, right?
No, it was not.
Okay, that's
But
called Angela, right?
What's that?
Isn't that called Angela or something?
That's you know, the guy who wrote the theme to Taxi song. Everybody thought, oh, they wrote it for that song, but no. The name of that song is actually "Take a Shit in My Cunt."
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's probably too extreme for radio back then. That's probably why
yeah,
people don't know that really.
yeah. Exactly.
That makes sense. We have a question for Don.
What is the
from High Five
question?
Protege. It is question for Dawn. Did Sean look pretty, and did he tell you you looked pretty yesterday when you drove around together?
I gotta tell you the truth. We didn't drive around together because he had somewhere to go, and he said, "Let me out of this shithole."
Oh wow.
Yeah. How do you think I felt?
He said, did he say I got stuff to do, Dad, and took
It's,
off?
can I see you later? Can I borrow the car keys? See you later. Can I have them, please? Is exactly what he said.
Wow.
And the cat's in the. Oh, by the way, I had asked you a question before and I never gave you the answer. All right, now I'll let everybody else take a guess at this. Paul McCartney's biggest solo hit was, and the clue that I gave to Old Man G, and was there were bagpipes in this song. All right, I'm going to turn over all the cards. The name of the song was Mull of Kintyre.
Lovely, lovely. Sean says Don didn't even stop the car. He made me tuck and roll to get out.
Okay, Sean, why would you lie to these people? Because people believe that shit when you say that because they think, oh yeah, that's just how Don is. You should know that, but don't
Mon-
don't, don't tell people. By the way, LSU is up 1-0, which I know Mary Jane went for LSU in this College World Series game, but they've got a guy on third base with 2 outs.
Monica Lopez Yoga says, hello, everyone. Hello, Monica.
Hello, Monica Lopez.
Can I just say Coastal Carolina is probably the worst state in the union?
It's not a state,
They have North Carolina, South Carolina, and Coastal Carolina, right?
but no,
No?
it's not a state.
Oh, my bad. We can disregard what I said then.
The Carolinas are not a state?
There's North Carolina and South Carolina. There is no coastal Carolina that's a state.
What about East Carolina? That's a state.
No.
That's another
No?
college. No.
No.
Okay, the guy struck out to end the inning. So Coastal Carolina is still down by only 1. The Tigers lost today, and just so you know, hey, can you look up something for me?
Of course.
The Tigers lost to Tampa Bay. LSU at the top of the 4th is leading 1-0. But the AHL Championship Series between the Charlotte Checkers and the Abbotsford Canucks. Is there a way to see if that is there any score?
I'll check now.
Oh, Terry Greenbean says, hello. Hello, Terry Greenbeans.
Hi, Terry Greenbeans. Let me
Hello, Terry.
read some of the things that have been going on here. I saw that Harry had said stuff.
Oh, about Terry Greenbeans, the commissioner's statement.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this game doesn't start till 6 p.m. your time. Sorry.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Correct.
All right. He complained, and I said, it seems that you complain a lot, Harry. If you want to complain and question the commissioner's decision, you can send anything to me, and I'll make sure that Terry Greenbean hears your complaint and makes a judgment on that. He responded by saying, they're impressionable children that watch our gambling show. I'd be open to an exemption, but I won't be cheap. I think he sent that to Terry Greenbeans. Seems is stronger than usual word here. It's only a minor for 1 more year. Oh, he's talking about Jack said, I'm only a minor for 1 more year. Whether he was referring to me or not.
Oh, Terry Greenbean says that was my tweet to Harry.
What did you say? Oh, there are impressionable children that watch our gambling show. I'll be open to an exemption, but it won't be cheap. And he wrote back, seems is stronger than a usual word here.
We have a suggestion. Sean Morton says, will Harry need to do a PSA commercial about the dangers of cannabis and its usage? Question mark.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I think that's a great idea.
I think Mary
Next
Jane
week
should
in
produce
town
that
is
video, like her fail videos, the Harry PSA.
But he is traveling the world right now, following Bruce Springsteen like a little girl.
Oh, Terry Greenbean says if Harry wants to apply for a cannabis exemption, he'll have to pay is all.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Oh, high five protege, stir in the pot. Question for everyone. Would everyone like a question?
Yes.
Sure. Oh, Manji.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Does Hollywood Harry go lights on or lights off with Terry Greenbeans? Question mark.
It's a good question. And since he's not here, he's somewhere in a different country following Bruce Springsteen.
I guess my answer would be it depends on whether Harry has enough money to pay for the exemption, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Sean Morton stirring the pot. Lights off. He knows how to get ahead.
Whoa. I'll tell you, those Australians don't bullshit around. They cut right to the chase. All right, so
Oh, just to clarify, High Five Protege says, would Hollywood Harry bang someone Terry Greenbeans has banged? He wasn't trying to get Terry Greenbeans and Hollywood Harry directly in bed together. Just would Hollywood Harry take Terry Greenbeans as sloppy seconds?
Harry is a married man.
I don't think anybody's ever survived to be sloppy seconds for Terry Greenbeans, if I remember right. I mean, he's the commissioner.
Yeah, that is true. There's no line.
And Terry Greenbeans has chimed in. Harry is a married man. I'm no homewrecker. So Terry Greenbeans is respectfully declining intercourse with Hollywood Harry.
Would you take oral sex from him?
Okay. Terry Greenbeans, Don asked, would you accept oral from Hollywood Harry? Oh, yes, Terry Greenbeans says I'd take oral.
How's the popcorn that I got?
Thank you very much.
That was very nice, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yes. Popcorn's generally the only snack on my rider.
Yeah, and the last time you ate the last bag and you never said that you finished the popcorn.
How is it not obvious? A huge box was on top of the trash.
Okay. Because I didn't see it.
Okay. I'll do better next time.
Well, I'm just saying.
Still 1-0 in the College World Series.
Yeah, but Coastal Carolina has a guy on second base.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mary Jane Show with opening show banter. I don't know what was happening before this, but it wasn't announced, so it couldn't have been opening show banter. Now opening show banter begins. Take it away.
High Five Protege says opening show banter is very Hollywood Harry centered.
We don't know yet because it just started.
A lot of kids call it OSB too. Opening show
Jane,
banter.
Did you see the Yankees had a no-hitter going through 7
innings?
Yeah.
Nope, I did not.
Anyway, they took out the pitcher in starting the 8th inning, and the reliever came in, and when he had 2 strikes on him, he checked his swing, but the bat crossed the plate, which is the sign that that's a strike, and he swung.
Oh, funny. A small town mentality in the big city. Sean Morton says, I was having a smoke outside the hotel and a guy started talking to me. He asked me if I wanted to go to the Rainbow Bar. I thought he was trying to get into my pants, so I declined, only to find out it's a huge rock bar.
It's where
Yeah,
Perry
Rainbow Bar and Grill.
It's Perry's favorite place to go.
I think it's a great place as well. Their pizza, fantastic. Their stuffed mushrooms, fantastic.
That's where the original Hollywood vampires would hang out. They even have a booth there.
Lots of people had booths there.
Hello.
Hello, Don Barris. This is Michael, who is also Goat versus Fish.
Oh, hello there. I am going to Goat versus Fish. Say hello to the crowd, Goat versus Fish.
Hello.
Say hi.
Crowd.
Oops. Sorry. Say it again.
Hello, crowd. This is Goat versus Fish. Are you goat or are you fish, crowd?
That's a good question. All right, listen, I'm doing a podcast right now. I'll have to call you later.
We await your call. Thank you.
All right, bye. By the way, Johnny Depp was not part of the original Hollywood vampires. Original vampires were Alice Cooper, Mickey Dolenz. I guess they put John Lennon in there. Harry Nielsen. Miss Goat. Was Goat versus Fish not at the last Ding Dong show?
He was out of town, I believe. And I will say about the rainbow, somebody else claims that Gina's Chinese chicken salad is the best, but actually, I think if you're going to have a salad, their bacon spinach is fantastic.
That sounds good.
How do you know so much about this? The only people that I've ever seen there are those dirty rock chicks.
It wasn't that.
You weren't a dirty rock chick?
Mm-mm. I would ignore all the people talking to me. Me and 2 of my friends would go there and we would not socialize. Even though Cypress Hill kept trying to bother us.
The whole band?
Yeah, they had a booth. They had outside seating right at the front, and they smoked weed there the whole time.
And that's illegal.
Yeah, so we wouldn't talk to them, but we would, if the table next to their reserved table was open, we'd go over there and smoke a joint really fast and then go back to our table and not even talk to them or give them the time of day.
Doing stuff like that's going to keep you off the guest list at a party of theirs.
No, I didn't need that. I could have called the High Times executive editor to get into any of those parties. I didn't need the band.
Well, I'm a pretty girl.
Very pretty girl.
Thank you.
Let's see. Sean Martin says, Well, I probably should have learned some of the other places before coming so I don't look like a fool too badly. Ha ha ha. Oh, that's the Roxy Rainbow Whiskey. Those are the rock tourist spots on the Sunset Strip. And you have the Comedy Store, is the comedy thing, and then Chateau Mama.
Marmont.
Oh, okay. Chateau Marmont.
Marmont.
The NT is silent.
Marmont.
French.
But it's pronounced Marmont. Chateau Marmont.
Is super fancy.
I've actually been in the room where John Belushi died. He wasn't in the room at the time, but it was the room that he died in.
The only time I've been on the property was a friend of the Ding Dong Show had a birthday, and so we were in one of the tiny little front bar areas.
Who was that?
Sally. And remember, that's when Schizo admitted to snorting a line off of Jack Nicholson's crotch, I think.
I don't remember.
Minji, do you remember what I'm talking about?
No, that doesn't sound familiar to me.
Okay. There were some big bands there. Because she remembers she writes for.
Yes.
And so that's the only time I got to go there.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, let me slide into mid-show banter. Don, would you like to share this sports update or play-by-play? Take it away.
Okay, Coastal Carolina, I think they're going to give them an error. But at the bottom, it is an error. And LSU has a guy in first with 1 out after the error by the second baseman for Coastal Carolina.
That was a very whispery play-by-play.
Well, here's the 1-strike pitch. Ooh. We're going to give a ball on that. They got the Coastal Carolina has the bullpen working. Wait a minute, now they're sitting down. I don't know why they did that. In other news, heavyweight champion John Jones retired from the big wrestling tournament. Fly out to center field. Guy catches it and says, "Hey, I dare you to run." And he threw it back in. The guy did not run. Did not tag up on him. The Tigers suffered their 3rd straight loss today.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, sincerely. That's terrible.
I still think they lead baseball with the best record. And they are still 9 games above their division. They're 9 games up in first place. So what's going on in your show today, Mary Jane?
Oh, we are right in the middle of mid-show banter, and we just got an excellent play-by-play from the legendary Don Barris with his sports play-by-plays.
pitcher's name is Cameron Flukie.
Sounds made up to me.
It sounds like it could be Corky's last name. Corky Flukie. So what's
Mara?
going on now, Mary Jane?
We just witnessed some excellent sports play-by-plays by the legendary sports announcer Don Barris,
Not a sports.
wearing a very pretty girl strawberry shortcake t-shirt.
Yes, I am.
And I hope everyone's enjoying their lovely Saturday afternoon.
You know what I think I'm going to do?
What's up?
I think I'm going to sing a little song by Chicago. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Saturday, fucking some chicks, eating their puss and then getting sucked off. All right, that's all I know.
Okay, that's a wonderful rendition of
Saturday in the park.
Very nice.
Oh, thank you, Mary Jane. I knew I was on the Mary Jane show, so I did a real good rendition.
Thank you. Have we addressed all the sports that have played thus far with scores or updates?
Well, we have the Tiger game, and we have the AHL Game 5 of the hockey championship, but that doesn't start till 6 o'clock. And sure it's a little brighter than it was before.
Well, I will say thank you for a very good snack.
I went out because there was no popcorn, and to make sure that Mary Jane had popcorn, I went to the store with under an hour before the show. I went there, and if you don't believe me, I was speaking with Old Man G on the phone while I did this, and Mary Jane kept calling, and she would call me, I'd get on the phone, and then she'd hang up. And then,
I did not hang up, the phone cut, and I don't understand what the problem was. I restarted it, I checked the cell phone settings. I have no idea.
What do you think it was?
I don't know. I thought maybe you were hanging up on me.
I don't think I would do that.
We have AMW Firearms says, love you, Don and Mary Jane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you for visiting us today on the Mary Jane Show. Thank you. Thank you. And Sean Morton says, that's very nice of you, Don. The song, I believe.
No, I think he was talking about the fact that with under an hour before showtime, I rushed out because Mary Jane didn't have popcorn. And he thanked me, but you didn't.
And that sounds like a lovely evening was when you were talking about the Saturday in the park.
Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Another day sucking my cock. I think it was the 9th day in a row. People fucking, people eating puss and then spitting it out. All right, that's all I know.
Oh, bravo, bravo. It's a beautiful rendition of a song.
We got one out in the top of the 5th. Coastal Carolina has a guy on first. And here's the pitch from this hillbilly from LSU. And it's outside. Let's give him a ball. 1-0 the count. Coastal Carolina, there's some people that think that's a state, but it's not.
Is it a state school?
I don't know. That's a good question.
AMW Firearms says the voice of a generation.
We got a 2-1 count after the foul ball right there. Coastal Carolina's manager is like saying, "Boy, I sure wish we scored some runs." And okay, so here's Anderson, the pitcher for LSU. Throws over to first. Guy's back in plenty of time. This guy, they packed the stadiums here. I wonder what they use this place for when it's not being used for the like the other 360 days a year when there's
Is it a college arena?
No, it's a place in Omaha. They always play
Oh, they probably slaughter cows there and other livestock.
Don't know if that's true. Can't verify that. But if I had to guess, I'd say it wasn't true.
So it would have to be because Omaha Steaks is the only thing I've ever heard of with the word Omaha.
How about the state of Nebraska?
That's a state. Had nothing to do with Omaha. Omaha Steak.
Omaha is in Nebraska.
Oh, and what do they do there?
The only thing I think they do is make Omaha steaks.
There's a Counting Crows song called Omaha that's pretty good.
What do they say about it?
Somewhere in Middle America is what they say about it, I think.
Okay.
It makes me think of a song by Chicago. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. Another day getting my cock sucked.
Oh, we have AMW Firearms adds the word grain. So I guess Omaha makes cows, steaks, and grain.
They also meaning that they have a lot of cornfields. They're a very good big farm community, but they are not the number two apple producing state in America. That distinction belongs to Michigan. They are not the number one state with big cherry production because, again, that would be a leap fly. Back to the warning track. The guy from Bicoastal sexually, no, from LSU, got him out. Bicoastal is, I don't know who's out.
And one thing Nebraska doesn't produce is quarterbacks, right?
Tim Tebow went to Florida.
Mm-hmm. If you've seen Team America World Police, one of the guys in that characters in that movie is a former Nebraska quarterback, and he always misses and destroys things. He missed the terrorist and destroyed the statue or the Eiffel Tower.
Oops.
And several other things.
In other sports news, the Orioles placed their catcher on injury reserve. Cubs shot at Imagine to rejoin team next. He hurt his hamstring. He's coming back. Braves placed pitcher Chris Sale on injured reserve list. It's a fractured rib cage. It's a 5-4 record as he goes out. Tigers are in first in their division by 9 games. And I think, even though they just lost their 3rd game in a row, I still think they have the best record in all of baseball. Well, it's been 1 week and they're doing a little bare naked ladies.
It's been
1 week and I did the thing. Got a blowjob and the ass eaten out. By the way, the big news, heavyweight champion John Jones retires from the UFC. And if you're a baseball fan, the Yankees, New York Yankees, a baseball club from New York, they went 7 innings of no-hit ball. They pitched. Then the guy comes in and he gets a guy that was clearly a strike because he went around on it. And they said, no, just a check swing. Next pitch, he gets a hit to ruin the no-hitter at the top of the 8th inning. All right. LSU is up. We got a 1-0 count to this one guy. Wow, that was fast. He threw it 96 miles per hour. And it was a ball. 2-0 the count. There's the guy's parents right there. Here comes the next pitch from the Bi-Coastal. Strike!
So I get a question, Don?
What's that? Yeah, I'll take a question.
It's from A&W Firearms. Don, what is your opinion on Canadian football? Question mark. And in parentheses, it says, as if Canadian football even mattered in parentheses.
That's a good question. I'll
I
tell
believe
you,
it's called soccer.
It's not called soccer. There is American football. And here's my first impression. Wow, those end zones are big. And I did like it when the CFL had 2 teams with the same nickname.
What was that?
Hey, Sean Morton, what was the name of the... There was 2 cities that had the same nickname, and they both played in the CFL. I think it was like when they had like 8 or less teams.
So there wasn't even that many teams, and they had 2
Yeah, Rough Riders.
Rough Riders.
What cities were they in?
I believe he said Argos also.
Rough Riders.
Argos and Rough Riders.
No, he said Argos, but I believe that's the Toronto team.
I think that was just the team he supports. I don't think it's in
He
reference to
also
the
said
question.
Calgary.
Argos or Toronto. What did I say? I said that Argos are from Toronto. And what did I say? Calgary and some other... Yeah, Calgary Rough Riders sounds right.
Saskatchewan, it looks like.
Okay, right now, there's guys, they're talking to the manager in the dugout, and he's saying, hey, we should go out there and play some defense and get some offense and try and win this game. Let's go. And they broke the huddle. All right, now we have 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. LSU, the Tigers, are trying their very best against the bisexual Coastals. And here's the pitch. Oh, that's a strike! Strike 1. This Derek Carrell, he's playing left field. He seems to enjoy... He's taking a liking to women classmates. And here's his next pitch. Whoa, swing and a miss! 0-2. A lot of these girls he likes probably don't like that he's about to strike out. Oh, that's adorable. LSU has a fan that's blowing air on a dog. The dog just likes to have the air on him. Here's the next pitch. Strike! The ball gets away! So it was a... Oh, what do they call him? They say he's out. Guy didn't even run. Swung him. And the guy's saying, what did I do wrong? He's going back. So now we got 2 outs. And the bisexual Coastal team is 1 out away. Guy goes in the dugout, puts his back. He didn't throw it, but he didn't seem happy after striking out. Nobody's talking to him. Say, way to fuck up, you fucking pussy. I saw one guy say that. Here's the first pitch to this guy. Ooh, called it a ball. 1-0. This guy, Ethan Frey, he's playing the DH today. Here's the next pitch. And strike! We got a 1-1 count. The bisexual Coastals are trying to get out of this inning. They trail 1-0. And if you didn't get the news, heavyweight champ John Jones retires from the UFC. He's one of 9 fighters to win UFC titles in 2 divisions, if you didn't know that. Fly ball, right field, guy runs in and he makes the catch. And there they have it. The bisexual Coastals are out of the inning.
Very pretty girl done.
Oh, thank you.
Very pretty girl. Oh,
Thank you.
we are possible. Oh, Earth Tub says, yay! Hello, Earth Tubs. Thank you for joining us as always.
Where was your Tubbs before?
Oh, okay. Very pretty girl done.
Oh, thank you. Do other people say that a lot?
Yeah, all the time.
Seriously?
Yeah, so many people.
Wow, that's cool.
I can hear the chants from outside of the studio window right now. There's like 400 people out there screaming it.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Why do I never see them?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you could see it or if you would hear it.
Well, I pulled
You have
in.
headphones on. You have cans on.
Oh, I pulled in 20 minutes before the start of the show.
And I think the report's in that you ran over like 45
I don't think I did that.
of the fans chanting how pretty you are.
I would have seen that.
No, you're too pretty to notice things like that.
Does they're asking what is a cantileer? I believe that's the mascot of the bisexual Coastals. So
I believe I was told it was some type of a swan.
Rooster.
A rooster.
Mhm.
A rooster.
Is it a rooster?
It looks like a rooster. I don't think it's officially what you would call one, but I think it closely resembles a rooster.
Oh, Sean Martin says he can hear the chanting where he is. And
Oh, wow.
That's believable because I'm probably a quarter mile from where he is, maybe less. The bisexual Coastal guy sends a long fly. The guy in left field, it was a little difficult because the sun was in his eyes and he had to hold his hand up so he could find it. But he did make the catch, and we've got one out in the bottom of the or the top. Let me see, I'll tell you. It's the top of the 6th. Still with LSU, the Tigers beating the bisexual Coastal Roosters 1-0. We got a strike to this guy. This is Legend Pato. Come on, Pato. Strike
Thank you.
2. There's supposed to be another demonstration tomorrow around 2 p.m. outside the city in east suburbs.
What do they have to demonstrate how pretty you are? Can't you just like go out there and wave at them or something?
I don't know what they want from me.
I don't either. It's just like, come on, man.
There's a timeout called by the referee with the 1-2 count. Anderson, the pitcher for the bisexual Coastal Roosters, steps off the mound. He looks in for his side. Kate Anderson. And here's the pitch. Oh, strike 3, but the ball. I don't know what happened there. It bounced up there and he struck out. The
I know one thing
Bicos.
that just happened.
What's that?
We got a tip.
From who?
AMW. And
Oh, thank
it's
you.
$3. This longtime fan since Windy City Heat. It's awesome to see you, Dawn, and the amazing Mary Jane back. Miss Mole Fuck Perry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
You shouldn't miss Mole.
You're very pretty, Don. You're very pretty. Just say thank you and move along.
But I just want him to know he shouldn't thank this guy. Colby Thorndike. He's up for the bisexual Coastal Roosters. He's got a one strike count. Oh, he hits the ball deep right in there. Left field guy goes back and makes the catch on the warning track. And then the guy was polite because he saw some kids saying, hey, how about throwing me the ball? And so he did. That was very nice of him. You know, it was nothing to him. He'll probably forget about it by the time he gets into the dugout. But for those kids, they'll remember that their whole life. Curl might be my favorite guy for LSU for doing that.
Very pretty girl.
Who?
You.
Oh, thanks. Can I tell you something? That's all I care about anymore. Like, I can't even walk down the street and look in a window without looking at my reflection to see if I'm looking pretty.
Very pretty girl.
Thank you. I told old man G about this, but last night there was a police car driving lickety split with his lights on, and he went over a road. I think it might have been on some road south of Melrose, and he went over, and when he came on the other side, it scraped the bottom, and sparks were going everywhere.
Whoa.
And I thought, this is just like the movies.
Wow, super exciting.
Life imitating art.
So we're going to the bottom of the sixth, or bottom of the seventh, one or the other. I'll be able to tell you in a minute.
Very pretty girl. Thank you.
Oh, Mary Jane said it for me, but thank you.
Thank you.
You should say you're welcome.
Okay, you're welcome. Oh my goodness, so pretty. What are you doing?
I'm writing Harry.
What are you saying to Harry?
I'll read it.
Okay. Oh, we are almost to the point of closing show banter. So exciting today on The Mary Jane Show. Thank you so very much for joining us today and sharing your lovely Saturday afternoon with us.
Okay, here's what I said to Harry.
Okay.
Because Jack said, I'm only a minor for one more year, whether he's referring to me or not. And I said, why don't you just tell us that you have a problem with cannabis and ask us for help?
Oh, to Harry?
Yeah. I should put that's to Harry.
Yeah, I definitely clarify that. Oh, Hi-Fi Protege has a question for Don. I just got a bidet. I'm about to install it. Thoughts? Question mark. Oh, bidet.
Like Marmal.
Your pussy's gonna smell clean. I put in after I said, why don't you just tell us that you have a problem with cannabis and ask us for help? And I said, after that, I said, that's too hairy, the cannabis abuser. We're in the bottom of the sixth. Oh, there's a picture of Tina Brown. That's Jake's mother. And we're going to a live shot of the kid. We got an 0-2 count on him. Swing! Drive to the right field. Guy goes over there, makes the catch. He's out. They got a guy on first base. Now we have one out. The bisexual Coastal Roosters are doing a good job of staying in this game. They trail by only one in the bottom of the sixth.
Oh, Don, we have another tip comment. Thank you, AMW. Tipped, and they said, I have been out of the Simply Don universe for so long. And I will say, welcome back. And please feel free to check out big3premiummembership.com. There is no
How about going to the How about going to the website?
Yep, simplydon.com has a link to the premium page and a bunch of other fun, exciting stuff. And you can see, if you've never seen the video for all the Big Three podcasts, it's there. Thank you very much.
I would say they're good. Welcome back to the Funhouse, Sean Morton says. Sean Morton's kind of a new guy to this whole thing. Comes from a place called Australia, where I think everyone in here will agree, and maybe you should tell some of the dudes back in Australia, when you guys do that Aussie, 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 oi, 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 I don't think there's anything that's dumber and makes your country look stupid. Am I right on this, everybody?
Absolutely. And I must apologize because I believe I had made a tentative appointment between you and Sean on Friday, and I spaced completely.
What do you mean?
I think we were all supposed to get together and hang out for a minute on Friday, but I forgot.
What? You mean yesterday?
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that because I asked Sean at the end of the night. I even left early when everybody wanted to hang out with me. There's a lot of cool people. The managers, the photographer from the comedy store, some comics, and they all, hey, Don, where are you going? You leaving now? I said, yeah, I'm going to hang out with my buddy Sean. Then he gets in the car and says, oh, I just want to go home. I'm a little fucking Australian pussy. Oi, oi, oi.
Okay. AMW, awesome. Thank you. Yay! Thank you.
Oh, by the way, I see that it says AMW Firearms. If anybody wants to buy guns, I'm selling them now. Black market guns.
Who said that?
I did.
No, you're not. No, you're not. That's not a factual statement.
You know that to be true?
Yeah, I'm pretty positive. You could say I'd bet my life on it.
Okay, we got 2 outs. LSU still has a guy on first base. We got pitches outside, ball 1. So there's 2 outs. LSU's leading over the bisexual Coastal Roosters 1-0. And here's the pitch. Strike! Looked like a curveball because it did that kind of like woo woo woo. So it's a 1-1 count. This is Luis Hernandez. He's 0 for 2, but he did get on with an error that one inning. Oh, throws over to first, and it gets away! It gets away! But the first baseman goes and picks it up. All right,
Bravo,
throws
bravo.
it back to the pitcher. The referee just was paid some money.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I know that the one guy gave him something, and the ball hit him. So maybe he was getting paid for getting in the way of the ball. So the guy's still on first, the bisexual Coastal Roosters. Here's the pitch, a 1-1 pitch, and line shot into left field. The guy with 2 bounces. Guy goes he was on first, now he's all the way on third. So they got, and this guy's he's playing with his penis because he kept squeezing it. So
What?
they got the ball player. He kept squeezing his penis. Oh, they're showing a picture of the referee that took money from the guy. I think.
Was he buying guns from the ref?
I don't know. By the way, I'm selling guns if anybody wants to buy a gun.
No, you're not. No, that's not true.
What's not true?
Your activity.
Okay,
You're
Mary
describing.
Jane, we got guys on first and third. This guy's coming up. Here's a pitch from the pitcher from the bisexual Coastal Roosters. And it throws in the dirt. This is Chris Stanfield. He batted .300 for the season. We got guys in the corners, as they say, on first and third. Here's the pitch to Stanfield. Oh, and it's actually he's going to throw, and then he throws. And now he goes that way. Because they had the guy in first, like, actually he's going to second, and they cut it off because then they wanted to catch the guy in third. But nothing happened, and they both go back to their bases. So he's still got a guy on first and third. Still, oh, this guy's going that. Oh, he could have easily stole the ball. He could have easily stole second.
We have a few comments on your false statement. Sean Morton says, I would love to purchase one as a souvenir. AMW Firearms says, loving Don's energy. And I'm always buying, Don.
Buy it, Bobby Bowler, short the guy throws over. He is out at first base. So no runs scored in this inning. And we go to the top of the 7th. We still got a 1-0 score. And here comes the bisexual Coastal Roosters. Okay. In other scores, the Mets are up on the Phillies 5-3, which has nothing to do with the Mary Jane 6-pack.
Bravo, bravo. Very pretty girl. So we have been in closing show banter.
Oh, we're done?
No, not at all.
You know what you never do during your show, which I always try to ask? How you doing, old man G?
Doing good.
Okay.
Yay, bravo.
See, what if I wouldn't have asked him that?
Then we wouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
How would people not care if they didn't know?
That's a point. That's a
You know?
point. Yeah.
You got to give people something to not care about.
Oh, there's another non-factual statement in the chat.
What's that?
Hi-Fi Slandering says Don used to fire guns during his sports play-by-plays.
I did.
No, I don't think you did.
Well, people complained about the bullets coming down in different places and hitting stuff, so like you had to quit, right?
I don't remember. Mary Jane told me I can't do it anymore. And
I did
listened
not
to
say
her.
such a thing. I never witnessed it.
Don't forget, tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the Pacific
30.
Coast.
5:30.
No, but I'm saying
Oh.
the game 7. Oh, the guy from the bisexual Coastal Roosters. He gets on. He's at first base. He's safe. Infield hit. The bisexual fans are going crazy. Uh-oh. This guy from the LSU Tigers doesn't look happy. Because he knows his fuck-up might have cost it, even though it wasn't a fuck-up. But it might have cost him the game. In other news, Tommy Fleetwood, round one, the first PGA Tour win. Okay, so we got a guy on first base, no outs. The bisexual coastal Roosters are trying to do something to tie the score. I wonder, how many innings do they go in the College World Series? Do they go 7 or do they go 9? Here's the pitch. He's bunting, and the ball goes to the third baseman who throws over to first. He's out at first, but we got a guy on second base with one down. And the guy seems happy that he did what he was told to do by the coach. That was kind of a tough play.
Oh, just so you know, AMW, closing show banter does not have a specific time length. It means that we're going in the direction of ending the show, but I wouldn't say now.
No, we got one out with the bisexual coastal Roosters trying to tie this score in the top of the 7th.
And you have another game you wanted to witness that starts at 6 that it's 2 after. So I don't know how that works.
You probably would just say it just started. But can you look at that?
Yeah, I'll check.
It's the Checkers and the Canucks.
Hello.
In the AHL. Strike! You got a 1-1 count to this guy.
Thank you.
If he can get a hit, they might score the run and tie this game up. This is game 1 of the best of 3. Next pitch from the guy from LSU. Strike! Got a guy on second, 1 out. They're trying to get him in. They're down by 1. The bisexual coastal Roosters are trailing the LSU Tigers. But we've got 1 out, a guy on second, and here comes the pitch to the bi-coastal guy. Bounding ball, shortstop. He tries to, but then he's out at first, and the guy did not go on to third.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
I'm in the middle of a play-by-play, but go ahead.
It's for $3 tip.
Yay!
AMW says I restore historical firearms. So, Don, if you need any firearms for 4th of July celebrations, I have you covered. Each firearm comes with a complimentary American flag T-shirt and another for your collection.
Oh, thank you,
Thank you very much.
Bravo, bravo.
Okay, we got 2 outs. The pitcher, here comes the manager from the LSU Tigers, and he doesn't look real happy. He avoided stepping on the third baseline as he came out. I guess that's a thing that he thinks. If I step on the third baseline, I crack my mother's back, or my wife doesn't suck my cock, one or the other. They got 2 guys in the bullpen from the LSU Tigers. They're just kind of getting worn. By the way, in news, heavyweight champion John Jones retired from the UFC. On other news, Yankees went 7 hits and no hit ball. Reliever came in at the top of the 8th, and on a check swing that probably should have been called a strike, the next pitch was he got him for a hit. You couldn't wait 2 minutes till the end of the.
Well, you have a whole nother game to do play-by-play on.
But I don't.
It's not watchable.
What do you mean?
It's not on television. He doesn't have the NHL network, he says.
The NHL?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he does. It's in like the 7,000 numbers.
That's a lie. Bounding ball. Oh, it's a foul ball. The bisexual coastal Roosters have got 2 outs. A guy on second base. They need this run. But here's a 1-strike count. The guy's up there from LSU. He's doing the very best job he can. Checks the runner on second. Here comes the pitch, and it's a foul ball.
Wow. That is exciting.
Guy from Sandusky, Michigan caught that foul ball in the stands. All right, here we go. LSU, everybody's standing up. Oh, outside! 1-2 is the count. Still got a guy on second. 2 outs. This might be the last inning. It could very well be. It seems like everybody's standing up like, oh, this is going to be the last out. 2 strikes on the guy. LSU, the pitcher, is trying to do the very best he can. Here comes the pitch. Oh, bounding ball. Second base. The guy gets over, gets it, throws it over to first. He's out.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's everybody's cheering, but I don't know if that's the end of the game. I just thought at one point they used to play 7.
They might be. I think traditional is 9.
Yeah, well, it used to be 7 in a college game.
Yeah, I tried to check, but I didn't see anything that told me anything specific about how many innings they play. So maybe it is 9. I'm not sure.
Might be. I think maybe that was like 20 years ago that it was 7 innings. I could be fucked up, but I just thought.
I think you're right. I think I remember it being 7 innings before, but I don't remember if it still is. So I didn't see anything about changing either, so maybe it still is.
Well, I don't think it is because then LSU would have won the game.
Oh, so it's not over, I guess.
I don't know. They didn't celebrate. They just went to the bench.
Thank you.
So no one has entered the field in an unplaying fashion.
Well, yeah, I mean, it wasn't like, hey, we just won the ball game.
Well, then we need more sports play-by-plays.
Do you see me here ready to go? I am.
Yeah, yeah. Very pretty.
But this is the AHL, the American Hockey League. Cameron Flunky. He was the starting pitcher for the bisexual Coastal Roosters. Now we've got Dominique Carbone. During the season, he was 6-0. Tommy Fleet won 1 round from the first PGA golf. All right, here's the pitch. And here it comes. Ooh, looks like a ball. And it was a ball. Daniel Dickinson. By the way, heavyweight champ John Jones retires from the UFC.
We have another tip.
They have stolen called.
We have another tip from AMW for $3. It says, just wanted to give $3 to Don's mustache.
Ooh, bravo, very pretty mustache.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, 3-0. This guy, this bisexual coastal rooster pitcher, is getting down bottom of the seventh. He pitched this first guy 3-0 is the count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Does he walk? I bet you this guy takes all the way. Here comes the pitch. Strike one.
Yay!
3-1.
And Hi-Fi says NHL is on 312 on Spectrum, and Sean Morton says it's called Spectrum. They said they have NHL.
But it's the AHL. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
Okay.
Well, Jack said they played it on the NHL channel last night, is why they're saying that.
There's a question for Don.
Question for Don. Have you ever thought of switching jobs and becoming a sports commentator? Question mark. If so, where would you want to commentate?
I wouldn't mind taking over the Tigers position. But then what happens for all my comedy fans? Do I just leave them?
No, I think you can do both. I don't know how many baseball games are on, after 10 p.m. or midnight at the world famous Comedy Store.
Quick score update, though. In the hockey game, there's 7:10 left in the first period, and it's 0-0.
Thank you.
All right.
And everybody picked the Canucks.
I think I picked Charlotte.
You picked the Checkers?
Yeah, I think this is one of the games we actually differed on.
Ouch. The pitcher from the bisexual coastal Roosters just hit the guy from the LSU Tigers. So now they got a guy on first. Nobody out. No outs at all.
Bravo.
The umpire is making some kind of call here.
Oh, AMW says it's a great stash.
Thank you.
And I believe it is officially over 6 months old, just days over 6 months old.
The last time I shaved was December 22nd. And then from then on.
Tomorrow is your mustache's half birthday.
Well, actually, I started growing it back on the 23rd.
Oops. Okay. Okay, then 2 days from now is your official half-year birthday.
We got a guy on first, nobody out. Calling the field, no intentional hit by pitch. There's somebody who challenged it, and I don't know what they're doing. Guy's still over there. But it looks like this whiny bitch from the bisexual coastal Roosters. He's out. No one call overturned, and the guy's out for purposely getting hit by the pitch. A lot of people in the stands are putting their hands like this. Like, oh boy. Wow, that's a tough call because he was going into the hit, and when he went in like this, he saw the ball come and he went like that, and it hit him. And they called him out for purposely trying to get hit by the pitch. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. So we got one out. Bottom of the 7th inning. The LSU Tigers beating the bisexual Coastal Roosters 1-0.
Beautiful.
Hi-Fi Protege, Direct TV 215, Spectrum 312.
Oh, and we have AMW Happy Early Birthday, Don's Lip Saddle.
Oh, they actually do have the game here, and it's still 0-0. What did you just send, Mary Jane?
Something adorable.
Is it a close-up of my mustache?
No.
They should cut that guy. Boy, this AHL is just terrible. Still 0-0.
Very pretty girl mustache.
Okay, in the bisexual coastal rooster game, they got a guy that hurried and he's safe at first base. So they now have 2 outs, guy on first base. All right, so there's 2 outs. This LSU Tigers, they're trying their very best. They're up by 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes Ethan Frey. He's, as I said before earlier in this broadcast, he's the DH for tonight's game. Ball! In the dirt. It's a ball. Ball 1.
Very pretty girl.
Oh, who? Me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, here's the next pitch. The bisexual Coastal Roosters trying to get this guy. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. Don and Mary Jane, your top 3 ballpark food snacks. I'd have to say mine is escargot. What kind of steak do we always get, Mary Jane?
I mean, I've broadened my horizon a bit, but filet mignon
Yeah, I like filet mignon.
with the bacon wrapped around it.
Yes, and I guess Dodger dog.
Oh, we have Marianne in the chat.
Marianne.
Hello, Marianne. Hello.
Hi, Marianne.
She said she was in a talent show on TikTok tonight, and she sang her song "She's an Angel Now," and they liked it. Congratulations!
Yay!
That's the one about Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Strike 3, and there it is. Bottom of the 7th is all wrapped up. It's the bisexual Coastal Roosters and the LSU Louisiana State University Tigers. They're going out the top of the 8th. This is quite a game. remember tomorrow it's Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, noon our time. It's the WNBA.
Wow, and at 5:30 p.m. I believe we have the Mitch and Friends show. I will text and double confirm right now.
That seems good.
I wonder if Mitch will have a friend on the show this week.
I bet he doesn't.
Yeah.
Still 0-0 in the AHL game 4 of the Cup Finals. Okay, let's get back to the game here. We've got we just got a message from Mary Jane.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you did, yes. And Sean Morton says he has no friends.
I was about to say who, and then I was like, oh yeah, Mitch.
Yep. Okay. Don will be there. And Mitch said yes. Very good, very good. Oh, Hi-Fi says the thought of Mitch having friends is funnier than the show Mitch and Friends.
It's true. True fact.
So, if you guys like, tune in right here tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to twitch.tv
Fly ball to right field. Guy camps under it. He's out. LSU has got one out against the Carolina, the bisexual Carolina, the coastal Roosters.
Oh, and just text spoiler alert, Don texted, "Will you have any friends there?" question mark. And Mitch replied, "I always do."
How's he lying?
I do not know.
And then you quickly put in there, I don't think so. And then I just put in there, why don't you read it how I wrote it, Mary Jane?
Okay.
You put, I don't think so. I believe talking about his friends. The bisexual coastal Roosters, ball one to them. It's the top of the 8th. Are they going to rally here?
And in the text chain, Don Barris says, "That's bullshit. ... You've never had any friends there."
And I put capitalized never and any. So like never capitalized, had any capitalized. By the way, heavyweight champion John Jones retires from the UFC.
And we have a text in for Mitch. "You're my friend and you'll be there."
These laws are really starting to upset me.
I meant 4 of us.
Oh.
Haha. It's 9 cast member Mitch and 3.
Marianne in the chat says, I got at least one new follower on TikTok today since I was in the talent show tonight, and people gave me gifts while I was up too. Very cool, man. That's awesome.
That's Romina that said, I meant 4 of us. Oh, Romina said a little bit earlier. Oh no, maybe this is a different thing.
That's a different thing.
Does it seem like
but it
Romina's
is-
texting from a cage?
And Sean Morton says, see, I showed up once and now he thinks he has a friend. Exactly. Thank you, Cyberstalker number 1. You had an excellent appearance last week on the Mitch and Friends show.
Okay, they got some guys warming up in the bullpen area that they might bring in to pitch. Bounty ball, oh, it's foul. So it's just a long strike. We got a guy on first base, 2 outs. And let's see what the bisexual Coastal Roosters can do. Oh, here comes the coach from LSU. He's standing on the top step. Let's see if he comes out and takes this guy out. Maybe they'll let him pitch one more pitch. Strike 1! So we got 2 strikes on this guy from the bisexual Coastal Roosters. And here you go, trying to strike him out in the bottom of the top of the 8th. Here's the guy says yes to the catcher. So he goes into his windup and strike 3! You're out of there, you bisexual Coastal Rooster. Notice how Mitch kept Romina from me last Monday.
Yep.
Mitch
And
opens
Garrett
his
Chase
mouth and all the crap just flies out.
Yep.
Where's Romina? I said. Okay, we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. As you know, the Louisiana State University Tigers are up 1-0 over the bisexual Coastal Roosters. And we're getting late in the game. It's the bottom of the 8th. The Roosters have one last chance, but let's see. Do we get any insurance runs in this inning? Mary Jane, what do you think?
Absolutely. Maybe or not.
Okay, well, that's kind of right. That's playing both sides of the fence. What do you think, old man G?
Possibly, but sometimes no.
And Sean Morton says, I'm fine for him trying to make out with my wife, but he hides Romina when I'm around. Yep, for shame.
Hey, Sean, stay away from Romina, okay? Seriously. Romina, I don't see you offering a place to live. All right, here we go. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. The bisexual Coastal Roosters trying to get out. They gotta hold him. First pitch to this guy. Sends it to third base. Tosses over. He's out. We got 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
Would you like to know where Romina's at, Don?
Yes.
Mitch said, so we don't know if this is true. She's at the Kids' Choice Awards interviewing Sabrina, who is definitely going to say her favorite kiss was when we were in Horns and that she loves me so.
Okay. Well, it's funny. I made out with Sabrina Carpenter at the MTV Awards this year. And she was a little sweaty, but I liked it. And I actually mentioned Mitch.
Oh, Sean Morton says, I would just be nice to her, comma, something Mitch has never done, comma, not romantically. She's all locked into you. That's you, Don.
Heavyweight Jim Jones retired from the UFC. Another sports news. Oh, we got one out in the bottom of the eighth. We got a 1-0 count to this Jake Brown. Jake Brown is playing right field. Here's the next pitch. 1-0 count. One down, bottom of the eighth. Here we go. Staboni ball. Foul! It's foul! So it's a 1-1 count on this guy. The coach went over and he threw the ball into the stands. That was nice of him. That was real nice. I got 23 gifts in the talent show tonight.
Bravo, Marianne! Bravo, bravo!
That's Marianne, the 345. I got
Yes.
23 gifts in the talent show tonight. What does that mean?
She got followers and gifts in the talent show.
On TikTok.
Yep. And Garrett Shea says, why doesn't Mitch move away to the mountains somewhere and not bother anybody anymore?
I'd like to
Exactly.
see him commit suicide.
Boo, you're not allowed to say that in multiple ways.
I just did it.
That's Old Man G, can you explain the situation here?
Yeah, you can't. The robots don't know the difference, so it's best to just not say that.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't say that. I didn't say
and
it.
that one girl who just kept saying that to some dude at her school over and over and over actually did jail time for not reporting and encouraging. So it's kind of a big deal to get.
And I did not mean that. I did not say that. It was a joke. I don't like Mitch, yes. He does things to Romina that I think are completely fucking wrong. But I did not mean to say anything that would get anybody in trouble. Even though I don't like Mitch at all.
I mean,
Or to encourage that action ever.
I didn't mean to. Base hit for the LSU Tiger. So we got a guy on first base with one out. They're trying to get some insurance runs going into the top of the ninth.
we have a score update in the hockey game.
Let me see. It's is it the Checkers up?
That is correct.
So that's the team that nobody picked.
No, I picked them.
You picked the Checkers?
Yeah. Yeah, remember I said I was going with the real hotbed of hockey in the southern United States after the Panthers win. AMW Firearms wants to know if you were a pro sports commentator, which decade of sports would you pick? Do you have a preference on that?
Well, I can't go backwards in time.
Okay.
Right, Old Man G did pick the Checkers. And Mary Jane also picked the Checkers.
So my one.
Well, the Checkers are leading 1-0 in the first period. There is a lot of hockey to be played. And he lost the Tigers game today, but so did everybody else.
Oh, wait.
And everybody picked LSU.
And everybody picked the Thunder, right?
Everybody did pick the Thunder. And Mary Jane picked the Mets. Mojo Yoga picked the Phillies. Jack picked the Mets. And Old Man G picked the Phillies. Everybody picked the Thunder. And Mary Jane picked the Aces. Mojo Yoga picked the Aces. Jack and Old Man G picked the Fever. Did anybody else? Everybody picked LSU. Everybody picked the Tigers.
So there's just 3 games that matter this week as far as like win losses.
On today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the week. Yeah.
Well, is it, I believe we've well exceeded our contractual.
Well, you know what? Let's just go the top of the 9th inning because it's the game.
Okay.
Because right now, let's see. LSU's got their pitcher on the mound. Here's the first pitch, and it's a strike. LSU leads 1-0. We're in the top of the 9th. The bisexual coastal swing and a miss. 0-2 to the bisexual coastal rooster. And here's the pitch. Strike 3! The guy from LSU got him out. So we got 1 out in the top of the 9th. LSU fans are partying. This chick Anderson must like to get fucked is all I'm thinking. The way she's fucking giving high five to everybody. By the way, heavyweight champion John Jones retired from the UFC. Here's the next guy. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! That sucker's going down. This Anderson guy. And right now he's going over to talk to his coach. And like his coach is saying, we really need you to get a hit. For God's sake, we're trailing 1-0. It's the last inning. If we don't score a run here, we lose game 1. And if we lose game 1, everybody was right, and LSU does win. Ooh, swing. Foul ball up the third baseline. There's a guy with a hat running after to try to get the ball. What a dumbass he looks like. And he throws it into the crowd. The crowd goes, thank you, dumb fucking guy with the stupid hat. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Bounty ball. Foul! Down the first baseline. On the other side, on the third base side, they got the guy with the dumb hat. On the first base side, they have a girl. That's adorable. Here's the pitch. Ball up high. 1-2. 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Anderson from LSU pitches. Bounty ball, third base. Guy gets over there. He clutches it, throws him. He's out. Sorry, bisexual coastal rooster, you're out. The LSU Tigers are 1 out away from winning this game. They got nobody on. They got 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Let's see what happens here. This could be all of it. That's what I'm talking about, that guy said. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here comes the last guy. Let's see what he can do for the bisexual coastal roosters. This is Domenico Tozzi. He's a freshman. He's a pinch hitter coming into the game. So he hasn't played this entire game. Let's see what he does.
LSU... Oh, wait, question. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Mary Jane, how often does the Mary Jane Show stream? Well, this is every single Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. This guy's not too cocky. He's got a Coastal Carolina 26-game win streak. They lost. Last loss was April 22nd, the day before my birthday. Swing and a miss. We got a 1-1 count. We got 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. This is it right here. That guy seems nervous. I don't know who he is. I don't know why he's nervous, but it could be this guy's dad.
And we have another question. Sean Morton says, "Is it a special day at the field? Question mark. You know, something like they have a giant foam finger day or something like that?
No, it's the College World Series Game 1. Everybody's got their cameras. I see a lot of guys in the stands with their cameras out. 3-1. 3-1. This guy's all right. So now he's going to pitch it right down the middle. Let's see what this guy can do. He's got to throw a strike here. You don't want to walk a guy on for the tying run. Here we go. 2 outs. The pitcher says, yes, I'll throw that. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. Ooh, ball. Got a guy on first base. Okay, so we got 2 outs. Guy on first base. Let's see what happens now. Anderson, the pitcher for LSU, is walking around. The manager is talking to one of his coaches. He whispered something behind the clipboard so people couldn't read his lips.
Oh, can I guess what he said? Don't forget to announce that it's 2-for-1 hot dogs at the bottom of the 9th.
You think, why would he tell the coach that?
I don't know.
Okay, here comes the manager out for LSU. It looks like that's the end for this fucking guy. This guy's got like kind of a dickhead face on him. All right, who they get? They got 2 guys in the bullpen. Who are they going to bring out? You got to say, when you go 8 2/3 of an inning of shutout ball, that's pretty good. They got a guy on first that'll be left up to Anderson if he comes out. But let's see what happens here. Anderson, who recently fucked one of his teachers in college. It looks like they're going to keep him in the game. And the manager says, yep, I made that decision. And he walks away. So let's get back to, we got another guy coming out. We got 2 outs. We got a guy on first base. LSU Tigers are beating the bisexual Coastal Roosters 1-0. Guys on first, we got a pinch runner running for that one guy who got the walk. And they still got 2 guys in the bullpen throwing around. Cooper Williams and the other guy. Here comes Wells Sykes. Let's see what he's struck out twice in 3 trips tonight. So let's see what this fucking guy does now. And here is the pitch from Anderson. Strike 1. They're 2 strikes away from winning this ball game. This guy who struck out twice, he's got to feel like a real pussy fucking up the game for the bisexual Coastal Roosters. And here's the next pitch. Fly ball. Right field. Guy camps under it and makes the catch. And we got an LSU victory. So in the Mary Jane 6-pack, that win goes to Mary Jane. That win goes to Mojo Yoga. That win goes to Jack. And that win goes to LSU. I mean, Old Man G. So now everybody is 1-1. Everybody is 1-1. And right now we've got the Checkers and the Canucks battling it out for the in the AHL hockey finals. And we got 32 seconds left in the first period. Still, it's tied up 1-1. The one guy goes back behind the thing. He says, why don't you let me just have it for a little bit? And then throws it down. The guy tries to jump. That's hard to do with skates on the ice. Coming in, here's the shoot. Shoot on goal, but no Yes, we have no bananas, no goal. They still keep it in there. This guy shoots right on the goal, and everybody's saying, what the fuck is going on here? And a fight goes in there. And the referee, the Zebras are trying to break up a fight. The one guy was pulling the guy by his shirt while he was on his back. And I think they're sending him out. You got to get out of here, I think he's being told. This one guy takes off his helmet. He's got crazy blonde hair.
Bravo, bravo.
So anyway, we got a 1-1 tie. Mary Jane and Old Man G would like to see the Checkers win because that's who they said. Because right now, after 2 games of the Mary Jane 6-pack, everybody is tied 1-1. Everybody is tied 1-1. So this will break it up a little bit, depending upon who wins. And then there's 3 games tomorrow. And if you don't know those 3 games, it's the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies, NBA Finals game of Indiana Pacers versus the Oklahoma Thunder. And then we got a WNBA game, the Indiana Fever versus the Las Vegas Aces.
Yay!
That's all tomorrow. But today it looks like we did what we can do. We got 0.3 of a second left. The referee drops the puck. 3, and there it is, the end of the first period. So we go into the timeout part of between the periods, and we are tied at 1. Mary Jane, do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Thank you all very much, and till next time, bye!
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Old Man G, the best moderator.